The Legend of Madam Koi Koi, Nigeria's Midnight Terror. Long ago, nestled in the heart of Nigeria, where the dense forests hummed with the secrets of ancestors and the wind carried whispers across the savannah, there stood a boarding school unlike any other. It was built during the colonial era, its red brick walls rising proudly like a relic of another time. The iron gates creaked with age, and the hallways bore the scent of chalk, polish, and memories long buried. To the outside world, St. Catherine's School was a haven of discipline and excellence. Its students wore crisp uniforms, spoke the Queen's English, and graduated into the finest universities abroad. But within those prim corridors, hidden behind excellence and order, a dark legend thrived. A name passed from class to class like a cursed heirloom. Madam Koi Koi, the woman behind the heels. She had once been flesh and blood, a tall, statuesque woman with flawless skin like polished mahogany and eyes that flicked with judgment. Her presence filled a room like thunderclouds before a storm. Always dressed in elegant reds and flowing skirts, she walked with such precision that her heels, those damned red heels, would strike the marble floor in a sharp, rhythmic echo. Koi, koi, koi. That sound, that echo. It became a warning long before her silhouette ever appeared. But beneath her beauty lay a heart of iron. She ruled with discipline that veered into cruelty. Students whispered that she once dreamed of walking international runways or sipping cocktails in Paris. But life had other plans. A scandal, a betrayal. No one knew for sure. But she ended up as a teacher, locked in the very institution she had once looked down upon. And the children paid for it. She punished them harshly. For the smallest offences, there were brutal consequences. Hours kneeling on sharp stones, public humiliation, or even being locked in the storage shed overnight. There were rumours she smiled during punishments, as though it gave her joy. Once, she caught a shy girl with a lisp and forced her to sing the national anthem at the assembly while she laughed in front of the entire school. To the students, she was not a teacher. She was a tormentor. The breaking point won wet. Wednesday afternoon, during Harmattan season, everything changed. Ada, a bright but quiet girl, was accused of stealing Madam Koi Koi's signature red lipstick. No proof, no witnesses, just rage. In front of the class, Madam Koi Koi struck Ada so violently across the face that the girl's nose bled. Blood stained her collar as she collapsed, sobbing, onto the wooden floor. That was the moment something in the school snapped. The students began murmuring. The other teachers looked away, but parents complained. Whispers turned into letters. The school board met in hushed rooms, and finally, for the first time in her career, Madam Koi Koi was dismissed. But she did not go in silence. She packed her few belongings in silence, heels clicking furiously as she walked the corridor one final time. Thunder rolled outside, and rain lashed the windows. She reached the school gate, paused, and turned. Her face twisted in fury, her lipstick smeared like blood. Her voice rang out like a curse. "You may cast me out, but I will never leave. As long as this school stands, my footsteps will echo through its halls. I will return, and when I do, you will hear me coming. Koi, koi, koi." And with that, she vanished into the storm. Some said she died that very night. Her car careened off the road into the forest. Others claimed she was never seen again because she made a pact with something darker, a spirit from the ancient woods. The haunting begins. At first, no one believed. Then the night whispers began. One student, awake late, heard it. Koi, 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 approaching slowly, rhythmically, along the corridor. She screamed, but when the staff arrived, there was no one there, just red footprints, leading to the wall and vanishing. Then came the visions. Glimpses of a tall woman in red gliding past classroom doors, students waking up to find mirrors cracked and in the reflection, a red-lipped face staring back. They tried exorcisms, they invited pastors, they recited psalms in the hallways and burned incense at night. Nothing worked. Then came the first disappearance. A rebellious boy named Chuka from the neighboring boys' school dared to spend the night in the main hall, claiming he'd record Madam Koi Koi and prove it was a hoax. He vanished. His bed was untouched, but his window was open and his pillow soaked with blood. On the tiles were those same cursed footprints leading to the woods beyond. The curse spreads. Word spread beyond St. Catherine's School. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more amazing content.